Good afternoon and welcome to Yarn Lane. So any of you on Sewing Street before will have seen me wearing my beautiful, well I say it's not my borrowed beautiful cardigan all morning. But if you've just come to Yarn Lane, this is fantastic. We are so lucky that today we are launching a brand new pattern book from West Yorkshire Spinners and some of their new yarns as well. It's called Life in Colour. It's fantastic. It's all using, I've got to move, I've got so much, I feel like a yarn shop. I've got so many patterns in here and they all use the 100% British wool from West Yorkshire Spinners. It's beautiful quality. Look, I've got loads and loads of it here. Absolutely gorgeous. It's really soft, lovely quality, really rich, deep colours. So the yarn, the way I've decided to work it is with some of the patterns in here we're offering as bundles and the pattern book is separate. Just because I know from feedback from some of you, you want to buy more than one bundle or you only want the pattern book. So they're all separate. So I'm going to start off with the pattern book. So these patterns are all designed by Chloe Elizabeth Birch, who is a real life knitwear designer and has designed all of the patterns in here for West Yorkshire Spinners, and it is the first time it's out. We are lucky to be launching it today. And before we get to all the bundles, we are lucky that we have got Chloe with us today.
Hello,
so welcome,
lovely.
Chloe.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you on. It's really nice because, you know, you've designed all of this. So where did you start? What was your inspiration with it?
It depends really with kind of different designs. This one, it was very much the colours that I worked from to begin with.
Okay.
So I got all the different colours in and it really was just kind of literally just playing with colour. I think when I was designing these, it was like May time. So it was a few months into lockdown. I was feeling quite kind of dark and down and didn't really know what to do with myself. So I got this and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to stress too much about it. This is just going to be me having fun with it.
Okay.
And just having fun with yarn in general. And that's why all the patterns I've tried to do within this book are all quite easy patterns as well. So nothing that's too stressful for people to do. So it's a really kind of nice, just fun book, what I was going for.
Okay, so nothing really complicated.
No, it's all pretty much kind of knitting and purling, slipping stitches, but that's about
nothing
it really.
Really complicated.
Yeah.
So there are 10 designs in here.
Yes,
So did you decide I'll do some men and some women? Or?
Yeah, so as I kind of started designing, I just kind of naturally kind of did some as men, some as women, and then I was just kind of thinking about how you could kind of merge those two together and make almost like matching copies of each other that are a little bit different at the same time.
I see what you mean. Yeah, so if you go through the book, you've got all of the different colours.
Yes, yeah.
All of the information. And did you choose all the names for them?
No, I didn't know West Yorkshire Spinners did that.
Oh,
Such lovely names though, aren't they?
Flo, Will, Sammy, Seb, Sal, Abby, May, Matt, Kim and Emmy.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they?
They're lovely, aren't they? So we've got bundles today of Sammy.
Yeah.
Sammy's behind you.
Sammy is this little beauty here.
Sammy's behind you. Then we've got Sal, who's the man's jumper.
It is, yeah.
But we're doing it in brown.
Yes.
Not blue, we're doing it in brown because we think brown's more popular. We think the men will like brown. It's beautiful. It's called hazel brown.
Yes, it's a lovely name, isn't it?
It's really, really earthy brown. We really like that. But our sample is in blue. We've got Abby, who I'm wearing. I am Abby.
Wearing.
Abby in blue. And we've got Kim, that's on your desk.
On that one there, yeah.
And then we've got Emmy, who's behind me, which is the hat and scarf set with this amazing pom-poms.
Got to love a pom-pom.
On the hat and on the ends of the scarf. So we've got a little bit of everything. We've got women's carpets, men's, and pom-poms as well. And pom-poms. So we've got a message from... Wow, these are fantastic. Can't wait to pick a copy of this. Love Chloe's works.
Oh, lovely.
That's really nice.
Oh.
So what's your background? How did you get into this?
So I did fashion design at university, which I graduated from about 2 years ago. And it wasn't kind of till I'd started doing that, I never saw myself going into knitwear design. But now I'm in it, it's like, I don't really know how I could have done anything else.
Okay.
Like my grandma was always a knitter. She worked at Hayfield's mill.
Oh, yeah.
And my mum did the same. And then she's kind of come back into knitwear. And it's just kind of been a natural process of just kind of, actually, this is where I belong with it. And when I was doing like fashion design, working with fabric and stuff, I always felt a bit weird just having fabric. I always wanted to make the fabric myself and I never quite knew how to do it.
I see what you mean.
And then when I got into knitting, I was like, oh, this is what I've been missing actually. This is,
I love the way that, with that, it's just 3 colours. But the way they merge together, it's really clever, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I really love that one.
Really like that. And I think it, like you say, there's not like masses of cable. It's not really complicated, but it looks, I mean, this just looks so stylish, doesn't it?
That's what I was going for. Really simple patterns, but really effective
I know.
at
I mean,
the
this
same
is the sort of thing
time.
you buy in one of those boutiques, isn't it, for about £300. It is very high end, but it's beautiful. Did you knit them all?
Yes. Yeah, my mum helped as well. She's amazing.
Really?
Knitter, yeah.
Oh my God, it's absolutely beautifully knitted. Really is. And it's not itchy, which I'm quite impressed with,
No,
because
it's
I'm
such
an
a
itchy
lovely yarn,
person.
isn't it? Yeah. I have a friend called Alice and she's really good at helping as well.
So how long have you been with West Yorkshire Spinners?
About just less than 2 years now. Yeah, I just before I graduated university, I did my first collection with them. So it's just been a really nice,
That's
natural
amazing, isn't it?
It's really lovely. It is.
That's
yeah.
lovely. And it's so nice to see your whole collection here as
Bless
well.
you, yeah. I'm so excited about
Oh,
it.
I know. I was excited.
Oh.
Well, it's just lovely to see knitwear that's not sort of super modern or really old fashioned, but just the sort of thing you actually want to wear.
That's really nice to hear. Yeah, that's what I really try and go for. It's kind of like timeless pieces that you can just
Yeah.
kind of keep forever almost and pass down. That's the kind of what I try and do when I'm designing.
Yeah, I mean, this cardigan you keep forever, you know.
Yeah.
That is just beautiful. Well, I'm trying to keep it forever. But I'm not sure. I think it might belong to Chloe. So we'll just go quickly through the yarn packs, and then we're going to come back to Chloe, who's going to give some demos. So all the designs in the book to start with. So you can buy the book separately. It's only £9.95 for all 10 designs using the Colour Lab range from West Yorkshire Spinners. They have an existing range, but they've brought out some new colours today, which have been launched with this book. The Electric Blue is one of them. That's brand new. And Perfectly Plum is one of the others. Perfectly Plum is brand new today, and Coral Crush is brand new, and it's gorgeous, isn't it? And then there are some other sort of mixed colours and a green that are in other patterns that we haven't got here, but those are the 3 new colours today, along with the pattern book. And then if we go through the book, it's got obviously lovely pictures, then all the patterns are there, tells you all the different measurements. The measurements go up from size 28 to 50 inch. All the pattern, really nice. I like the way it's spiral bound as well.
I think that's really useful for patterns.
As a knitter, you need it to be like that.
Yes,
the number of times I've had to sort of like balance my pattern open.
Literally, yeah. I just kind of put some yarn on it to keep it weighed down. Yeah.
But this opens. It's got nice hard covers as well, so it'll keep it nice. Will, the sand stitch cardigan. That's lovely, isn't it? Hannah likes Will. I think the cardigan's really nice. Hannah was choosing her favourite man.
Oh, was she?
From the book.
I love that.
I was going, which jumper do you like the most? I think she was choosing her favourite man. The Sammy, it is the jumper that's behind Chloe at the moment. Yeah. Oh, it was really tricky because this is photographed in 2 colours.
Yes.
There's the coral and cream, and then there was the berry and grey. Really hard to choose, but I love that coral.
That coral is beautiful, isn't it?
Gorgeous, isn't it? So the kit, the yarn pack for the Sammy is here. Just the yarn, okay? Now, there is enough yarn in this pack to make up to the 42-inch size. Now, they're all limited because you obviously love them. And they're already going because they're beautiful. So what I worked out with this one is this Sammy, you can either make as a longer length, well, normal length, or cropped.
Yes, yeah.
So is normal just waist length or below waist length?
Yeah, it's kind of like near hip length, the normal size. And the cropped is kind of just below the waist, that one hits, yeah.
So it's 3/4 length sleeves, and if you want to do the crop length, you've got enough yarn to make up to the 50-inch. If you want to do the full length, then you've got enough up to a 42-inch bust. So I've tried to make the kits up to sort of the larger size. So that's 100% beautiful, beautiful. I mean, look at the vibrancy of the colour. It's all British yarn, and this is brand new. But doesn't it go well with the cream? Not white, but cream. They go really well together. Reared, sheared and spun in Britain. And they are beautiful, beautiful. Oh, a message from Linda. I've already placed my order. Stunning West Yorkshire Spinners yarn is so smoothy and soft. Linda in Swansea.
Bless.
It is
so
beautiful.
soft though, isn't it? It's really soft.
It is, and I think that if you spend this time knitting, then the quality.
You want it to be quality.
And it's not, I mean, I don't think it's massively, you can get the very sort of hand-dyed, incredibly expensive. We're not at that level of expense, it's just quality.
Yeah, definitely.
That's really nice. So that's Sammy, but she's there in different colourways as well. Seb. Did you not like Seb as much then, Hannah? That's brilliant. That's lovely. So I mean, once you've got the pattern book, you've got beautiful patterns. You don't, you know, as well as having the yarn packs, you've got these beautiful patterns. I love that. It's a real classic. Then Sal. Sal is behind
Lovely
Chloe
one
in
there.
blue. I love that. I just think that's a real classic. But the yarn pack we've got for it, rather than going blue, we've gone earthy. So we've got it in hazel, brown and cream. And I think that, I just sort of feel that that will go more universal, go with more things. Because I think when we're knitting for men, they need to be quite classic things. I don't think men are quite as often, that's a bit stereotypical, isn't it? Not quite as adventurous as women.
No, it's true. Yeah, they like a more traditional.
And so they like more traditional. But I like the twist that you've put on that with the sort of the cream lattice look across the top.
Yeah, I was
think
kind of
that's
going for
lovely.
almost like kind of a fisherman's kind of jumper effect with
Oh,
the
yeah,
feeling
that's
of that
true.
one. Yeah.
I suppose it is, isn't it? So there's enough yarn in this one to make up to the 50-inch chest, which is really big. Yeah, because we've got 7 balls. Yeah, so that's enough up to, from 36-inch chest up to the 50-inch chest. So you could make it for a woman, couldn't you?
Yeah, definitely could. Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't have to be for men,
No,
does it?
of course
It could be,
not.
so because from the 36 up to a 50-inch. Just purchased the book. So nice to see some men's patterns. Yes.
Yeah.
Fab Show, Andrea Bridget. Contemporary men's patterns as well, but that's a real classic. Anyway, I love it in this hazel brown. It's beautiful, isn't it? So that's that yarn pack. And then we keep going. Sal in his rib jumper. And remember, the yarn packs are yarn packs. They don't come with the pattern. The pattern book is a separate thing. Then we've got Abby in the ribbed raglan cardoon, which I am
Beautifully
wearing.
modelled.
Beautiful. Yes, we're very limited on this. I think probably because I've been wearing it all morning. I keep going on about it. Yeah, in fact, I said to start with, I'm only going to wear it for the first. I'm going to be too hot. But it's always really cold in here. So actually, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
I've kept
good, I'm
really warm all
glad.
morning. There's only 6 of these bundles remaining.
Oh gosh.
1, 2, 3. And this is the colour that I'm wearing. So there's 5 balls. So this takes you up. Yeah, this actually takes you up to the 46-inch chest. So cream and this beautiful harbour blue. Okay? Beautiful. I love this cardigan. I'm going to knit one. I don't know what colour I use. So again, I struggled with this. It was the other one that was in green. But obviously you can do it in any colour.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Any
just kind of
colour.
play with it yourself. Yeah.
Lovely. So that's that one. Then we've got May. We don't have the yarn pack for that one. It's very difficult. I thought, well, I can't do all of them. But it's very, very difficult. But these are lovely, aren't they? And because it explains very easily, if you only buy the pattern book, you know what colours you need where. It's easy to swap
Yeah,
and
it
mix
is.
them for
Yeah,
other things.
definitely.
If you want to change it around. Then we've got Matt. Actually, isn't Matt the same as Seb?
Yeah, I think it is the same model throughout.
Is it the same
yeah.
I've just realised that. Do you know what? He looks... I thought he looked different in some of them. Oh, that's so funny.
It just shows how different jumpers make you look
I
different.
know, exactly.
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah.
whatever jumper you wear changes your personality.
Yeah.
So this is rustic matte, but you can see what the hazel brown is the colour that he's got here. So you can see what it looks like knitted up there. It looks lovely with the cream. That's what the two colours
Yes,
look.
it's cream there, so yeah.
That's what that will look like knitted up. And there's Kim, which is the jumper that Chloe's got on her desk.
Here, yeah.
So Kim in the Chloe jumper. Oh, can you hold it up?
Yes, I can.
There we go.
So this is our lovely Kim jumper. I think this is my favourite out of the collection. It's
Is
hard
it?
for me to choose.
That is the one on the
but
front
I
colour.
had so much fun doing it, this one.
Well, it's lovely. It's using this brand new electric blue, which is really
It's such a
vibrant.
gorgeous
But I like
yarn.
the way that you've combined it with the grey and the cream, because those together, the colours work really well,
Yeah,
don't they?
and I think sometimes like bright colours like this, people get a bit scared of them.
Yeah.
But if you pop like the grey and the cream with it, it just kind of calms it down a bit. I think it's a lot more accessible to people as well.
Yes, that's really interesting, isn't it? Because I think if you knitted a whole jumper, that people think, oh, that's too...
I mean, I'd love it, but it's not for
Yeah,
everybody.
no, but when you put it down with that,
Yeah.
it looks amazing quality, doesn't it? So in this pack, this is what I've got to try and remember. 3. You have to 3. Actually, you can get. In fact, this does the whole bigger size, so you can go up to the 50-inch. Yeah, in this one. So that you can get all of the different sizes for this. Now, in the book, all the needles are listed that you need. If you go onto the website, I've also listed the size of needles you need for each design. All the needles are on the website. And on the description, I've listed them all so you can see. If you buy the yarn pack, just have a quick look. It will tell you what size needles. We've got them all on the website for you, including the pom-pom maker because you need the large pom-pom maker. Oh, actually, we didn't get to the end. There's Kim in green. That was tricky as well, to choose between Kim in green.
It is a hard choice,
and
that
blue.
one. Yeah,
Nice,
I
that
can't
one.
choose a favourite between those two colour varies.
Difficult. And then finally we've got the Emmy Accessory Set, which is the one here with this lovely hat and scarf, and it has these massive pom-poms at the end. So there's the kit for it, and obviously there's enough there to make both hat and scarf. You've got cream, black and perfectly plum. These brand new colourway. The plum is the brand new colourway, but I love the black and white stripes on it. It's a bit like licorice all sorts, isn't it?
Yes, it is actually, yeah, that's just what you mean. I hadn't thought of that.
It feels like that.
Yeah.
A message from Matt. Not Matt in there. I want 3 of the brown jumpers. Hey, maybe it's Matt from the book. Who I thought were 3 different people. So the Emmy Accessory Set, that's the yarn pack for it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to make exactly the same size pom-poms that Chloe made for hers, you need to buy the pom-pom maker. If you go onto the website, scroll down, you'll see them there. Easy enough to get hold of, but I've got them all there. So there's the Emmy Accessory Set. Oh, look, that's it in another colourway. So again, I had to choose plum or mustard, but I won't. So over half of the book has now been checked out. So if you want the book, remember, if you want to buy the yarn packs, you need the book as well, because the book doesn't come with the yarn packs. They are separate. So if you do want them, you need to get them in your basket and check out. So that's all of the products. So we're going to go through them one by one.
Yeah, sounds
Where
good.
shall we start?
I don't mind. Do you want to go this one
Yes,
first? It's
let's
in
start
front
with this
of
one.
us?
Yeah, let's do that one first.
So what do you want to know about
Where
this?
do you start then? Is it just casting on to start with?
For this one, it was just casting on. I knew that I kind of wanted to merge these colours together, and I'd kind of, in my head, I had a few ideas, but I couldn't really work it out. And I think it's one of those ones that you just had to play with on the needles.
Okay.
And just kind of, as I did it, I kind of merged them together and was like, this is
So
what
how
it's
do you do that?
Just play, really. It's just all about having fun, to be honest.
But when on the pattern, is it you knit one and then knit another?
Yeah, so you'll start off with this, you'll do the rib, and then you do 10 rows, which is just in this white here, and then you'll go into this stripe. And my thing is, I really wanted to do the stripe, but I didn't want to make any of the patterns too difficult, was my thing with it.
Okay.
So instead of usually, this would be like an intarsia kind of pattern to it, but this is actually done like by slipping the stitches instead.
Oh, can you show us?
I can, I've got my little sample here.
I presume that's what it was
Yes,
intarsia.
yeah. But no, it's much easier actually, because I think a lot of people are quite scared about using like more than one colour if they're a bit more new to knitting.
Yes.
I've always found that people think it's a really difficult thing. So I think it's quite a nice way of getting people into it.
Oh, yeah, show.
So this one, just show us here. So you literally, I'll just put my my white on my needle. So you literally just knit the white, and then we just want to slip purlwise, and then you'll just knit the white again.
And you need to just move over.
Do I need to move over a bit? There we go.
Perfect.
So we're literally just knitting the white and then slipping one colour, and you literally go that way all the way along.
Oh.
And then on the row back.
So you're not knitting that.
No, so you're leaving that blue stitch as it is. You want to slip it purlwise on each row.
All right, so do that slowly.
Slowly. So there we've
So
got
you
then
knit.
you've knit the white, and then we just slip that blue just purlwise,
Okay.
and then we just go in and knit the white again. And you literally just do that all the way across.
So you put your needle from the front. From
For the
right to
purlwise,
left,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just slipping it upwise. And the
Okay.
way we do this, you can see it on there, if I slip it purlwise, the stitch stays the same. But if I take it away and slip it knitwise, it like twists the stitch.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
So if you keep it purlwise, when you come back to then knit that afterwards, it's the right way around to do
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
So you literally do that all the way along, and then you'll go back and again purl one, slip one of those colours, and then afterwards you'll go in with the blue and do it the opposite way
I love that.
round.
How did you work that out?
Again, it was just playing with it, to be honest. It sounds really silly, but yeah. I started off kind of doing it with that one. I'd kind of done it with a basket rib, and I was like, well, why couldn't we just do this as a whole stripe? Why does it need to be intarsia?
Yeah,
I
guess I would have thought, because you're not knitting it, that, what will happen to it when it comes back the other way? So go back the other way. What happens?
So I go back the other way. So I'm
the
now
other way?
going to purl this back. So this is again with the white. I think I've actually used the wrong end of the yarn there, so we're going to ignore that. I've used my shorter end of the white.
A little bit more.
Just moving it this way. Here we go. Got it. So yeah, we're going to purl that white now, and then again we're just going to slip that blue purl wires, and then we're going to purl the white again.
Yeah.
And then just slip that blue purl wires again.
Oh, so you always slip them purl-wise, whether they're on knit or purl
exactly,
side?
yeah. So once you kind of get used to it,
That's
it's really,
weird.
yeah. It's funny, isn't it? But it keeps it the same way.
You do it purl-wise on both sides. I thought you'd have to slip it knit-wise.
No.
Oh, that's weird.
So yeah, you do that again all the way across. Just literally purling one and then slipping it purl-wise. I've done it wrong there. See, I'm looking at the camera too much for me. So there we go, you're slipping the blue.
Because everything is sort of backwards slightly. You just need to go... It's hard to look at knitting and look at the camera at the same time.
Isn't it? Yeah. It's quite a skill you've got here. So I'm doing it again. There we go. So yeah, we're just working across, slipping one, then purling one. So I'll just get us.
I suppose you can only ever do that with one stitch. You wouldn't be able to slip two, would you? You could only...
No, you can slip two.
Can you?
Yeah, absolutely. When you slip two, the only thing is, because you can kind of see here, you've got like the little kind of loop at the back. So you just want to make sure when you've got that loop not to kind of pull it too tightly when you're doing more than one stitch, because then it can kind of make a funny little ridge on it.
Now. Okay, so that looks so neat, doesn't it?
It is a really neat stitch, but it is so easy at the same time.
Wow. Show the inside of the jumper, then you can see.
So you can see it just there. Oh, the little...
We'll get them to get a close up.
Do you want me to pop it over here?
Yeah.
There we go. So you can just kind of see the back. I really like the back of it.
Actually, it's really nice to go back inside, how can you? But it's really, really neat, isn't it?
No, it is. It's
just because
so
I guess because you're only going over one stitch each time.
Yeah, and you really get into a nice rhythm it, so it is really easy once you kind of get used to it. Yeah.
Great. And then you just keep going, but then you at some point swap colour.
So yeah, once I finish this row, I'd then swap onto the blue, and then instead I would slip the white stitches and knit the blue stitches.
Okay.
So you just kind of swap between those.
Wow. I've never seen that before.
There you go.
Has anyone else ever seen that before? Did you? Oh, that's amazing. I guess so. If you did more than two, you would just have to be careful with how much yarn you had across the back.
Yeah.
But that's a really clever technique, isn't it? And I think it's probably neater.
Yeah, I think so, because I think intarsia can get, especially when you're not used to it, it can get a little bit messy sometimes. Yeah. Whereas this, I feel like
well, also you get a little bit of a gap.
Yeah.
If you're not brilliant. I mean, people are brilliant at it, they don't.
Yeah, but
most people like me, you get a slight gap, don't you?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. So it just kind of takes that.
So that's on there at the moment. That's the bundle for Kim that's on the screen at the moment, which is the one that Chloe's just been showing us. And then the book is. And the book is on the side, but there are less than 30 of those now. So if you want a book, you do need to check out, because remember, it's a bundle, not a kit. You need the book with the bundle. Should we move on to, what's his name? Which one
Mr. Sal?
Sal.
Going for Sal,
Sal.
yeah.
I'm really confused now. They're not. I've realised they're all the same person. No, I didn't. I honestly thought Hannah was choosing which man she liked the most, but I didn't realise they're all the same.
I do think with West Yorkshire, one of the things they like to do is they like to name some of the patterns after the models. So I don't know what his name is, but I think one of the men's names is by him.
Doesn't say.
We'll call him Sal.
Right, so the Sal jumper is in hazel brown.
It is, yes.
The sample that we have is in blue, but we're doing it in hazel brown.
Yes, we are.
And Arctic white.
Yes.
Which looks sort of cream.
Yeah, it's a nice kind of creamy white.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. It's not bright white, and it's not like thick cream.
No.
It's sort of off white.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the two colours together go really well.
They do, don't they? Yeah, it's a really nice kind of traditional look to it.
Nice and earthy tones, and it is very much hazel, isn't it? They call it hazel brown.
Very much so. Yeah.
So, this is, I presume, just plain all the way up.
Yeah, pretty much. So you start with a one by one rib at the bottom. And then from there we actually go into a mock rib.
Oh.
Which is like, it's pretty much an easier version of a rib almost.
Oh yes, so could you pick up the jumper and then...
Yes, of course I can. you should just be able to see it. So you've got your actual normal rib at the bottom here, which is just slightly pulling it in.
Yes.
And then it goes into the mock rib.
Ooh.
And this is, instead of doing knit one, purl one both sides, you knit one, purl one on the right side, and then you just purl back on the wrong side. So it kind of just opens the rib up a little bit, so you can kind of just see a bit more of the texture within it. And with the rib, you can find sometimes if something's all in rib, it can get quite tight.
Yeah.
Because it naturally stretches inwards. But if you do it in the mock rib, it doesn't actually give.
So it's rib on the right side, but not rib on the other side.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
I told you she was a real live knitwear designer. How do you find all these things out?
It's just playing and looking through different things.
Yeah.
And,
No, it's a show. Yes, show us how that works.
Yes, I'll show you the mock rib to begin with if you.
I've never seen
like.
this. See, it shows you I need to do more knitting, clearly. I think all the knitting patterns I've ever used have obviously just been knit and purl, stitch and
So
stitch.
that is pretty much what everything
Well,
is.
it is, I
though.
guess, but it's the combination
it's
of
just
it. I
playing
do like
about
the
with
mock
it,
rib,
yeah.
though. It is like a fisherman's jumper. It has that texture, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly what I was going for. So yeah, literally this one is just knitting and purling all the way across for the right side. So again, really kind of nice and easy to do. So we just do that all the way along. And I think it's quite nice because it's only a 2-row repeat.
Yeah, this uses, what, 3¼ needles for the rib and then
Yep.
4mm. So just standard.
Yeah,
Just standard.
very much so.
And we've got those. If you want them, you just scroll down on the website and you can see them there if you want to buy those, if you don't already have them. That's why we never put them in the kits,
No, it's
because a lot of people have
we have
them.
so many needles. Yeah, no.
But then if you don't have them, it's really annoying if you haven't got the
is,
right
yeah.
size. So I love these Zing needles because they all come in different colours depending on the size you have.
Oh, I do. I love a good coloured needle. Something about using really lovely needles. It just makes it so much more fun.
Yeah, no, it does. I like this. And their stitch holders are all different colours as well, and all their cables. But actually what I've discovered, even if you use like the double pointed, they're like the formulas in blue, but then so are the long needles. So there's a
that
kind
is
of
really
a
clever,
concurrent
that,
colour
isn't
to
it?
it. I do.
So yeah, we've done our knit one, purl one all the way across. And then
Right.
we're literally just going to purl all the way back now.
Okay. Oh, you're an underarm knitter.
I do, yeah.
You must be come from the north then.
I do, yeah. Is that a northern thing? I
It
didn't
really
know
is. I was
that.
talking to I actually can't remember, somebody who sells knitting needles, and he
Yeah.
told me that the further north you live, the longer the needles are. Oh, in terms of sales.
yeah.
Because people up north knit with
Knit
the
with
needles
their
underarm.
underarm.
But in Wales,
so
they knit with much shorter needles than the
Really?
English. So the further south you are, the shorter your needles go. And then when
Wow.
you go up north, the needles go under your arms. And
We
in
must just be
Wales,
lazier
they're
up
really
north.
short. No, no. We've got a lady, Nicola, who for Twink Knits, who does her own hand-dyed yarn, and she's Pontefract, and her needles underarm.
Is it? That's so
It's an amazing thing,
interesting.
apparently, never knew.
Yeah, love that. Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one that we've just done the mock rib. Do you want me to show you how to do the
Yeah,
little
so
basket
then you
rib as
move
well?
then you move into that bit.
Yes. Let me just.
So
grab
that's quite good. So that starts at the underarm. So at that point, you can decide if you want it longer or shorter.
Yeah, it starts. That bit starts just before the armhole.
Right.
So you just do like literally kind of one pattern repeat in it, and then you go and just do a little
Okay.
into the armhole shaping. So it is quite nice and simple. Let me just grab my right bit of yarn there.
It's nice that you've got this as your colour palette as well, the Arctic white, isn't it? Sort of goes.
I think it kind of goes
through
through.
them.
Yeah. It all makes them work nicely quite together as well. So for this basket rib, firstly we just do 2 knit rows.
Right.
So that gives you a little garter stripe there.
Okay.
So I'll do that to begin with. It's quite nice because it just kind of separates it up as well, I think.
Right. So rather than moving straight into the pattern, that just gives the.
Yeah, and it kind of goes through that route. So you'll do 2 garter rows, and then you'll do 2 rows where you'll be doing a slip and knit,
Right.
and then it just repeats like that. So within this pattern, you've either got a 2-row repeat or a 4-row repeat. So
Okay.
it's really easy to remember.
So that's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll just go along, do our garter.
It's just nice watching.
Oh, bless you.
Actually.
Are you an underarm knitter or not then?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm a bit of a. I'm a winder knitter as well.
Ooh.
Well, as in, you should. The way I always think you should knit is so that you flick a yarn around the needle with your finger, but I wind it round.
Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'm not very good at that. But no, I live too far south to be an underarm knitter. It's really weird. I guess it's just how you're taught, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I was naturally taught that way, yeah. But to be fair, I've seen other people and they've been like, you can knit with your underarm. And I was like, yeah.
But then you see, and it's all to do with needle length. So if you
Yeah.
underarm knitter, you need longer needles.
Yeah, exactly. I always find it weird when I go back into circulars because I'm like, I can't pop this under my arm anymore.
Weird, isn't it?
So now we're going to go on to just do the slipping. So we're going to knit the first stitch. You can see if I'm all right from there.
Yeah.
Going again. So we're knitting the first stitch there. Just pull it on. And then we're literally just going to do what we did the same for the last one, for the first row. So you slip that one purlwise. And then we're just knitting again. And slip, knit, slip, knit. And we're just going to do that all the way across with this one. So the wrong side of this one is slightly different. Because rather than purling, we're going to knit the wrong side of this one as well. So we get like a bit of a nice pearl texture on the front of it. So for this one, it's a little bit different. So we're going to knit into this stitch. So we've got it there. But then we need to bring the yarn forward, slip the stitch, and then bring it back afterwards.
Okay.
So you're getting that kind of loop on the wrong side of your work. So it's not showing at the front. And then you'll just knit again, bring the yarn forward, slip the stitch, bring it back, and then knit it. And you literally just go along.
Okay, so
doing
with
that.
the other one, you didn't have to swap the
You
yarns
didn't have to swap it
over.
because it was purling, it was already
Yes.
at the front of the work. Whereas this one, it's not, so you just have to bring it forward, slip the stitch, and then bring it back afterwards.
Ooh.
So again, really simple, and like you really get into a nice rhythm of it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's just like doing cables or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just get into a
Natural
rhythm.
kind of, yeah, definitely. And that's literally it for that one. So you just kind of carry on. You'll do 2 rows garter again in the white.
Oh, so that gives you that kind of square effect.
Yes,
So
yeah.
the sort of the slipping gives you the verticals, and then
Yes.
the garter gives you the horizontals.
Yeah, that's a really good way of explaining it, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's only 9 left of the book.
Gosh.
I know. Why do I never get this right? I don't. So there's only 9. Life in Colour. There are 10 patterns in the book, all designed by Chloe. If you buy any of the yarn bundles, you will need the book because the patterns are in the book. Okay? Yes. And the cardigan, is it Kim?
Yes.
Kim cardigan.
No, Kim, not Kim.
No, Abby.
Abby, that
Abby
was Kim.
Kim jumper, Abby cardigan. There are only 2 of these kits left. So if you want Abby cardigan, you will need the book as well.
Because it's so beautifully modelled.
So beautifully modelled.
Yeah.
I should be a knitwear model. Then I'd get to meet Sal.
Exactly.
But I'd have to take Hannah with me, obviously. Although Hannah wants to meet Matt. No, I'm just going to the same person. But you will need the book. So if you buy, there are only 2 of these left, £45.50. And that's just for the yarn pack, but you will need the book as well. Okay? And that will sell out soon. Yes, because they always do. Even though I get more each time.
Oh, bless you.
Just can't do it. I just can't do it. Just never works. Doesn't matter how many buy. Just can't get it right. So then you do 2 rows of that.
Yeah, so then you'll do 2 rows garter again.
Right.
And then you'll do 2 rows of that slip stitch again. And you literally just repeat that all the way up. You'll decrease down at your raglans there as well.
Is that easy to do because
That's-
you've got the pattern at the same time?
Honestly, it's really quite easy to do that, yeah. Because you're doing it quite often, so it is kind of naturally just working with the pattern.
Yeah, do you want to lie the jumper on the
Yes,
desk? And
good
then
idea. And because you've kind of got the stitches coming up as well, because you've started it before the armhole, you can see where the stitches are, so even if you've decreased a little bit.
Yeah, if you want it, you have to turn it. Unfortunately, it's really complicated. If you want it to face the camera, it needs to face you.
Ooh!
I know.
It's very
the right
interesting. I'm
way
learning
round,
so much
which you
today.
don't think, do you?
Yeah, it's so
I find
clever.
that really odd. So if I'm looking at it, then the camera is twizzled round. I don't understand the technicalities behind that. But
Yeah,
it means that you can look at it and
Yes,
they can look
yeah,
at it.
no,
And you
very
don't have to
clever.
show it. It's really odd.
Yeah. So yeah, it literally kind of, the stitch will follow all the way up with the blue. So it actually starts from the rib and then that blue stitch just keeps going up.
Yeah.
So you kind of naturally kind of know what you're knitting even if you're not looking at the pattern too much, to be honest. You get used to the pattern.
Right. Pattern book's gone.
Oh,
That's that. We'll get some more in. I know. This happened with Natural Home, though, didn't it?
That is a lovely book, though, as well.
Yes, there we go. I love that. That's really lovely, really lovely. So which one should we do next?
We can do this one next,
Yes.
because this is actually using that same stitch on that
Okay.
one. So it's the exact
Yeah, could you bring
same.
her in?
To bring her over.
To visit you.
So, yeah. Nice little visit together.
Yes, little visit, you and your
Yeah,
friend.
Exactly. COVID safe friend.
You and Sammy.
Yeah.
You're allowed to stand. You can
Yeah,
touch
we
her
can
if
stand
you
back
like.
and touch her.
So Sammy, if you've already bought the pattern book, if you want the yarn pack for this, oh look at the colour. It's sort of. There's only 8 of these. I can't even describe. I don't know what it is. It's
It
not
reminds
orange.
me of like sweets almost, I think.
Sweets,
Like candy or like beach
Yeah.
huts is what I feel
But
when
I
I
think
look
with
at
the
it.
cream, again, like the same that you did with the electric blue, it sort of tones it down. It
Yeah.
looks beautiful, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
And I think it almost shows it off even more with that
But
caramel
this
colour.
is exactly the same colour as your sample.
Yes, it is, yeah.
And you can see how it works then, don't
Yeah,
you?
no, absolutely.
So the yarn pack has got 3 balls of the coral and 3 of the cream. Actually, this is the only time it's different to the others, isn't it? That one is
Yes, yeah,
cream
yeah.
and that's Arctic white.
Yeah,
So, and you can, it has a 3/4 length sleeve, and in the pattern you either have it cropped or you have it fuller
Yeah,
length, and you
yeah.
can choose which you do.
which you prefer, yeah.
So that's the same concept.
Yes, it is. So you start again, you've got a 2x2 rib on this one.
That's
but then
nice chunky
yeah.
rib.
But then it just goes into 2 rows in stocking stitch in the coral. Then we do 2 rows garter in the cream. Again, 2 rows stocking stitch. And then you do that exact same pattern. So you'll do another 2 rows garter, then 2 slip rows, 2 rows garter. And then you just repeat that all the way up.
So unlike the men's, you just have more garter in between.
Yeah, and a bit more stocking stitch in
Oh,
between.
more
just to
stitch on
kind of
the.
break
so
it
it's the
up in
set- Oh, I can
between.
see what. So you can actually see the pattern better
Yeah.
now on that one because
Yeah.
it's separated.
Yeah, like I really liked that one, how it worked all together, but I really wanted to show it off a little bit more,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
made me play about with this one.
It feels kind of. I don't know. Maybe it's a 3/4 length. It looks sort of quite 50s, doesn't it?
I know what you mean, actually. Yeah, definitely.
And then it is in the book. It's in the other colourway as well.
Yes.
That was difficult. Really like that one because I know people like grey, but really like grey. But I like that coral.
That coral is beautiful, isn't it? It's
It's
gorgeous.
very punchy, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Do you get to sort of pick the colours at all?
Quite a bit, yeah. We do a bit each way. So when I did this collection, the new colours actually hadn't come out yet. So I was about a month off finishing, and a lovely Rhiannon at Rest Yorkshire Spinners, she messaged me and was like, "We've got these 4 new colours. Is there any way we could like pop them into these?" And I was like, absolutely. I saw the pictures, like, yes, please. And as soon as I saw that colour, I was like, we need this one and this,
Yeah.
because it just works so beautifully.
Yes,
think.
I mean
love
some
it.
of the new colours are multi as well, aren't they?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't got because we haven't got them because you haven't used them, but they're lovely, aren't
They
they?
are,
Tutti
aren't
Frutti and
they?
Purple Rain. Because did you use the bottle green? Is that the only one?
That's in. I think there's like a different, like a free pattern of a scarf.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I've seen that one. That's like a hat and a.
Yes, that
Yes,
one. Yeah.
and that's the one that you used the bottle green, and I have seen that one. Oh, Linda from Swansea's got an important decision to make.
Oh.
Can you please show the hazel ball with the coral and cream yarn?
Ooh.
Right, I can. Yes. No. Yes, mate. I wonder what are you making, Linda? That you need to see those 3 together. But actually, yes,
they
they
together though.
don't. They go
Yeah.
together well.
That is really
Yeah,
fun.
but then actually they're very much like. Yeah, you can't buy them separately like that, I'm afraid. But they do go together
They
very
do.
well. Which was the men's jumper?
Is it
That was the
the
stripy
matte
one.
I think
And it's quite similar.
in the middle of the book. If that helps.
He's quite similar, wasn't it?
Yes, that one.
Matt, page
Oh,
54.
he's just there. You've got him.
Ah, that's not. See, that's zesty orange, isn't it?
But
that
it
you
works with
used?
the coral though. I like
These look
that.
really nice.
Yeah.
They go, Linda. They look lovely. You're quite right.
We approve of that one.
So once you crack the pattern,
Yeah.
then it's the similar thing. Really,
Yeah,
I like,
yeah,
and I really
yeah.
like that.
I think it's really nice because if like you're doing one of these jumpers, in essence you can actually knit all of them. It's not like one's that much more difficult
Yes,
than the
I
others.
see what you mean. But it just depends how you do this. But that technique of the slipping thing, it makes a massive difference.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
And then we've got the hat and scarf.
I lovely Emmy. Yeah.
I love these. It was a really difficult decision whether to do yarn packs with this one or the yellow. It's not called yellow, is it? What's it called?
Citrus. Might be making that one up.
Perfectly plum. Yeah, but these, so this is £24.99. I need to know what that one's called. Citrus yellow. I think for £24.99 for a handmade scarf and hat, and it's a really long scarf as well.
It is, yeah, yeah.
See, look at this. I had it all on this morning.
Did you?
I didn't know.
All at
and
once.
Hannah said I had to start taking some of it off. Because she said I looked a bit odd. Yeah, not quite as cool as the model. Which I don't really understand how she could have said that. Because if I put the hat and scarf on, I think I look exactly the same as her.
Oh, definitely.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. All I've got, look, see? See? I look. I look exactly the same. I can't believe you said I looked a bit simple. I know, you couldn't tell which was which. Oh, anyway, so this is the hat and scarf. So for, this is a fantastic gift, isn't it?
It is,
for someone
isn't it?
as well.
Yeah, no, it'd be perfect for that. Yeah, definitely.
Feels really heavy as well.
It's because that one's knitted on circulars, which is done.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd forgotten. I thought, why have I got circulars?
that's why we've got circulars.
I did wonder. Okay.
So my thing when I'm trying to design scarves is I always find them really difficult because I don't like the idea of a scarf having a front and a back.
Yeah.
Because you
yeah.
just want to wrap it round you.
You
So
do,
that-
yeah. Oh, it's a tube.
Yeah, it's a tube.
Nice. That's why it's so heavy.
Yeah, but it gives it such a lovely kind of cosy weight to it with it being on circulars as well, I
So
think.
how did you sort of come up with, right, we're going to have a plain bit and then I'm going to have a black and white stripe?
It was just kind of really playing about with things, to be honest. And I'll just kind of like get the colours together and get my sketchbook out and I'll just literally kind of sketch the different colours and just kind of see what works nicely together and things and what kind of works within it. Because I wanted this one to kind of wrap round
Yeah,
you.
because it is a really
Yeah.
good length.
So I really like the idea of having your stripes at the bottom and then the purple actually being the bit that kind of wraps round you.
Yes.
So yeah, it's just,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So if I wrap it like
you wrap it
that, I've
round,
still got
yeah.
the colour and then I've still got the
Yeah.
pom-poms. I just need to stand like that. I don't know, look as cool as she looks. It's not fair. It's not fair. So how do you do the stripes on a circular then?
So stripes was really easy, especially when you're doing circular, because you don't even do purl rows. You literally just keep knitting.
I have got, yeah, so you've got a really little circular, haven't you?
Yes.
I've got the little circular.
You've got a little one. It's a 25 centimetre one, so it just kind of fits it around.
It's the ones that we use for
perfectly.
socks.
Yes, yeah, same ones, yeah. But it just fits it in a little nice tube,
Yeah, no, it's
nicely round.
perfect. So this is exactly the one you need if you want to knit the scarf.
So you literally are going to just knit all the way around is all you do with that one. And you'll do 2 rows of each colour. So I keep a little marker
Right.
where I've joined on. So that tells me when I need to change my colour.
Oh, I guess because otherwise you wouldn't know where you started.
Yeah. So on that one, when you're doing the stripes, you have to kind of be a little bit cautious to know, right, I'm changing colour here. But it's quite nice once you get on to do the long purple bit. You don't really have to think about anything. You literally just keep knitting. You don't have to turn it because it's on a circular.
Yeah, so I guess then if you didn't want it as long as this or whatever, you could change it at that stage
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely. Yeah, of course you could, definitely. Yeah.
We have stitch markers. So when you change colour, what do you do at the back or when you've done 2 rows? Do you have to cross the yarn over at all?
So you'll have it at the back there and you literally just kind of follow it upwards on that one.
Okay.
So you just kind of keep following it up. It's really
So
easy.
when you get to the second row, so you're going over the other colour again, do you have to cross it or you just leave it be?
No, just leave it be. Yeah, it just kind of shows it on the back. You can just see there where it just comes over.
And it's all inside anyway.
It is, yes. You can't actually see anything, which is great as well.
And then what do you do when you're finished? You just gather it?
Yes, you just gather each end up. So on the side where you're casting off, you'll have all your stitches still on this.
Yes.
So we actually did it where you just literally just get your needle, a long bit of yarn, put it through all the stitches.
Yeah.
And then just gathered all those stitches up. And it creates a nice kind of poofy effect. And the other side, literally just go around sewing this up and just gather it up there.
And then you
pop
make
a pom-pom on it.
Pop a pom-pom.
Why not?
I know, but I think it's a really nice finish because, like you say, when you've got a single-sided scarf, it always twiddles, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then even if you haven't what you do with the end, pop a pom-pom.
Pop a pom-pom on
and
it.
if you've never used a pom-pom maker, you will love it.
They're so much fun.
It's not like the days of cardboard circles.
It's much more fun now.
Oh yeah, I can moving off. The other thing is you have to move the opposite way as well.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest
That
thing.
is weird,
I
isn't
know.
it? Yeah,
So
little
although things are
dance on
facing
it.
the right way,
Yeah.
I still can't get my head around that. They go
Yeah,
move
yeah.
left, and you go, oh, it's like looking in a mirror.
Yeah, very much
It's
so.
the
yeah.
weirdest
yeah.
thing. It's the weirdest thing. Anyway, Chloe, thank you so much
Oh,
for
no,
joining
you're
us
more than
today and coming all this
welcome.
way. I've told them you've come all from
Oh,
Penzance, real life knitwear designer. It's been great because it really brings the designs to life.
Oh, bless
To know,
you.
I could have said, oh, well, I think she did this, but, to know what inspired you and how you came up with the ideas and to show the stitches is just wonderful. So,
No, it's been an absolute pleasure.
And it's great, isn't it? If you just been doing this for 2 years and, I think West Yorkshire Spinners will be using you a lot more.
Oh, I hope so.
Your
I do love
designs
working with
are
them.
gorgeous.
Oh, bless
absolutely
you. Thank
gorgeous.
you.
Right. So we're just going to go through the kits. Can't go through the book because you sold that out. So, but oh no, I've mixed up my colour bundles now with browns and oranges and oh
It
lord.
just shows how they all work together.
It does, exactly. It shows how they all work, but I've mixed it all up. There we go. That's because I was counting them. So the which one? The man. We'll start with the man. So this is the man. So in the pattern book, so if you've already bought the pattern, you need a pattern book for this. But or just the yarn, to be honest. There's hazel brown and cream. So you can see the finished jumper behind Chloe for this. There's a picture of it, but it's in as fine. They've got a photo. So that's enough to do. I think up to the 50-inch size. But if you want it, it's a lovely earthy. It is hazel brown. Half of the stock of this one has gone. So if you want the man's jumper, you need to get checked out. Beautiful, 100% British wool from West Yorkshire Spinners. Brand new today, whole collection. Very difficult to choose. Should we do the electric blue jumper next? Because we love this one. So in this one, you get oh, now I've started mixing. You get 3 balls of Arctic white. I've only got one table, I'm mixing it all up. 3 balls of Arctic white, 3 of grey and 2 electric blues. And that's for the jumper that's on the front called Abby. Yeah, no?
No,
called
that one's Kim.
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 Oh, called Kim. I keep making, I know that's called Kim. I'm wearing Abby. This is Kim. So beautiful, beautiful yarn. Each ball, it's all double knit and there's 100 grams on each ball, but it is really beautifully soft. Obviously you can't see that and feel that, but believe me, it is. If you've worked with this yarn before, you'll know it's beautifully soft and the colours are so vibrant as well. Or you could just have these colours and it is beautiful. And you can actually machine wash this.
Yeah,
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Reshape whilst damp, do not tumble dry, but you can, this is all the same yarn, but you can machine wash that, which is an important thing to know because it's often something, but don't put it in the tumble dry because honestly, it will shrink. It will. You know it will.
Yep.
So don't let anyone near you washing
No,
because it
we've
will
all
shrink.
done that once.
So, Sammy, which is the orange. Coral Crush, this is. So in Sammy, which is the jumper that's behind Chloe, you get 3 balls of Coral Crush and 2 balls of cream, which is probably not called cream, is it? It's probably called
I think it is.
natural cream. Natural cream. They've always got 2 words, haven't they? And you can either do the full length version of this or the crop version, but they both have 3/4 length sleeves. Then the cardigan that I'm wearing, very, 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 very limited. No, my scarf is in the way of my cardigan and everything else. So there's the model version. So you get 2 balls of Harbour Blue and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls. Oh, that's that one. I have to say, Arctic White and Natural Cream are very similar.
They are very similar, aren't they? Yes.
That is why I've got them mixed up. So for the jumper that I'm wearing in the Harbour Blue, you've got 5 balls of Arctic White and 2 of Harbour Blue. And then finally, scarf and hat. The black has got a really nice name, which I've just got to read out to you. It's important. It's important to know what they're all called. Phantom.
It's a great
Phantom
name,
black.
that,
I
yeah.
wonder why. But it is like real black. I wonder why it's a phantom.
Like Phantom of the Opera?
Yeah, Phantom of the Opera
Yeah.
maybe. So this is in Phantom Black, Arctic White and Two Perfectly Plums. They're lovely. They're really, really bright. But isn't it beautiful? I mean, it's such a lovely, vibrant colour. So you get the whole scarf and the hat. And the hat has got 2 sizes, I noticed.
Yes, it does, yeah.
Which is quite handy, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Depending on your, is that your head circumference?
Yes, it is, yes. You can just kind of measure round.
And that obviously uses, no, the hat uses
That's on
3
string.
1/4 mil or 4 mil
Yes,
needles, and
yeah.
the scarf uses
The circulars.
the circular needle,
Yeah.
and you need your pom-pom maker as well. Or you can do it interested. Okay. If you go onto the website www.yarnlane.com, you can see all of the yarn bundles on there and all of the needles. If you want to know what needles you need, maybe you've already bought the yarn pack and you want to know, if you go onto the description on the website, I have written in there what size needles you need to do which, so it gives you all the detail you need. Unfortunately, you've all bought the pom-pom makers, but we will get some more in stock for you to have, because you get 2 in the pack and it's really useful. But that's it for today. Yarn Lane is finished today. So Wednesday we are back. It's baby day on Wednesday. Baby day, Vix's baby shower day on Wednesday. So we've got a special baby show with lots of beautiful baby patterns and yarns, and I've stuck quite a lot to sort of very newborn neutral colours, so a lot of sort of whites and mints and greens and matinee jackets, and I've got crochet blankets and knitted blankets. That's Wednesday. Friday's Yarn Lane is children's knits, really cool, lots of really nice bright colours, jumpers and things. You'll really enjoy that. And that's Yarn Lane this week. But join us tomorrow at 8 o'clock for Sewing Street. But you need to be on sewingstreet.com. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure meeting Chloe. Thank you for being with us.
you.
A real life knitwear designer, which I'm more excited about than Hannah, and for showcasing the yarn. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Please, if you've bought the yarn pack or you've bought the pattern, watch back on YouTube if you want any help at all. And we will try and get the pattern books back in stock for you. But we will see you again on Wednesday. And thank you.